Hey, welcome to the show. It is me, your girl, Laborly, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
sure, hey, honey. Listen, I'm trying to get some technical difficulties together right now, but what we know is it is not the show this evening, the fortunate part, but if need be, a girl got a backup plan, so let me get all of this out of the way. Maybe that'll help my cause. Um, no, that's not helping me. Not one bit. So we're gonna restart this and we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, today, honey. Okay, audio's good, visual's good, everything's good. All right. I like it. You know how I like it. Like when everything's running smoothly, well, almost smoothly. Today is Wet and Wired Wednesday, and you might as well call it the wiretap because we are getting into some business that's not really our business, but it is our business when it comes to being good to people, treating people the right way, being kind to people, not being out here just acting a plumb fool. What's happening here? All right, I might gotta pull it up on my phone because I really don't want to read it from the computer. So I'll pull it up from my phone. Because I don't know what's going on over there, and I'm not about to waste my time trying to figure it out, child. But here lately, we've been into. Let me say the things that I need to say first. I was trying to get things in order, but apparently things don't want to work in my favor on that end, so we'll do it from my phone. Okay, so first things first, join the conversation. You can drop a comment, you can call in or text. The number's 443-780-5978, 443-780-5978. That's first, okay? And maybe we getting some egg right. We're gonna see. But that's the first thing you must understand. We always love your feedback and for you to join the conversation. That's a beautiful thing in our opinion. So please feel free to do so. If you would like to talk to me, I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. I was having technical difficulties. But if you want to talk to me about anything, and I do mean anything at all, advertisement, sponsorships, you just want to say hi, you got some gab to add to whatever I got going on these Gab Beach streets, whatever the case may be, hit us up, contact@ambitiouslyent.com. Again, the email address is contact@ambitiouslyent.com. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. They're greatly appreciated. And right about now, if perhaps you decide that you want to get into this little giveaway situation thing that we're conjuring up over here, you would want to like and you would want to share. And you almost would want to subscribe too, like, to be honest with you. And check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com. I just needed to get those things off my chest. I'm about to bring in here lately seems like my partner in crime. Well, no, partner in truth. I don't like partner in crime. Partner in truth. Doc. I'm gonna bring him in. Oh, but before I do that, let me do this. There's one thing, and then I'm gonna bring Doc in, and we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty of what's going on around here. Hi, my ambitious ones. I'm so excited to talk to you about Transcending Sound and their amazing aromatherapy product line. It's like you get a lot for your buck with them. With each candle or wax melt scent, it comes with a playlist. That's crazy, right? Each playlist is based in hip-hop, R&B, and or jazz. One of my favorites is called Fly Love Song. I burn it on a regular. It's grown and mature scent with a 4-hour and some change playlist to go along with it. Now, the smell. You get touches of jasmine, amber, sandalwood, and musk. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I highly recommend. So if you're big on aromatherapy like I am and you love hip hop, R&B, and jazz, this is where you need to be. So make sure you use our discount code ambitiously15 to receive 15% off of your purchase at checkout. It's a vibe. Catch that vibe. Little aromatherapy and some good music to go along with it. You can't lose. AU Big Purr. I'm back. Now I'm about to bring in my partner in truth, because I don't want to say crime. We don't commit crimes over here. Doc. Hi, Doc, honey.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me, cat.
So help me. Hey, you Big Purr. Listen, I didn't like the partner in crime because I'm like, we not the ones over here breaking the law. We ain't bringing no harm to people. We over here being good law-abiding citizens. So I don't want to say partner in crime.
I can rock with it. Your partner in truth, that's me. As long as we stay away from the Diddler and the Bad Boy and Girls Club, the BBCG.
Well, we're going to get into them a little bit tonight. So I don't know if we stand away from them too much. A lot of it tonight. So I want to get back into this last document, this last docket that we're doing on Diddy, but I also want to add to the situation about, now we've heard about Justin and his shenanigans, but we've also heard about Christian here lately with his own personal, because see, in this case that we're reading currently, it was Diddy and Justin was a co-D to Diddy, yes, along with some other people like Cuban Gooding Jr. and the head of Universal Music Group and the chick that was once the CEO of Motown Records and blah, 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 blah. We know we've already been through all of this, right?
Yes.
So yeah, Justin has his, he got grouped in with them. But this particular case, Christian is the number one defendant and Puffy is the co-D.
Okay, switching places.
Yeah. I would just say that, in my opinion, I don't think that's what Kim saw for her son. You feel me, in any kind of way. But let's get into this really, really quickly. I'm not going to go through the case because that's another case for another day. That's a whole separate case. Okay. But I am going to talk.
The case for another day. I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, I gotta save that. That's a whole nother case. And when we finish this one, we might gotta hop on that one. But we are gonna talk about some of the logistics within this particular case. Because it's interesting. It's interesting. And I had my source. But here we go. So Diddy's son, as we know, Christian. I don't know his middle name yet. I'm gonna find that out because I promise you, I'm intrigued to see what his middle name is, if he has one. But his son, Diddy's son, Christian King Combs, is being sued for SA. And the alleged victim claims she has studio recordings of him forcing himself on her during a yacht party. And another accuser, Rodney Jones, is involved in this one too. So let's play devil. I always got to play devil's advocate, but let's just, okay. So who would be in the studio recording this shit? Because she said she had a studio record. She had a recording. So who was recording at the time? Rodney, because he's the producer. He's Diddy's guy. He's Diddy's little double stuff. So he's in and I'm looking at this whole situation now like, okay, he came in a little bit green, meaning he came in a little bit naive, right?
Okay.
But if you look at some of the moves that Rodney is making and taking, he's kind of smart on the law. And I don't think people are giving Rodney enough credit because he recorded Christian doing what Christian was doing. He also has mad photos of different scenarios and situations.
True.
In his own court case. He was collecting a lot of evidence, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was. Almost like he went in there with that in his mind.
I don't know if he went in there with that on his mind, but I know once he got in there and saw what the life was like, he was like, oh no, I gotta keep records.
Keep records, keep documents.
Yeah, because I see where this is going right now. So in the Christian court case, there is the audio, and the young lady can be heard saying several different things. Again, I'm not going to get into that particular case just now because that's a separate case. And I feel like we should dissect that case by itself because it's a whole separate case. It's not even the same case as Rodney's. So I don't want to combine them together. But I feel like it was necessary to talk about because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
No. In this situation, the apple is still in the shade of that tree.
You feel me? So in this scenario, we got Christian being alleged to have essayed a young lady. Where do you learn that? Children learn their behavior from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in that. Like, I believe that you show your children certain actions, not maybe that day, maybe not the next year or the year after that, but somewhere along the lines, they're going to pick up your habits. Like for me, I walk a lot. I see my daughter picking that habit up, not right now because she's in lazy kid stage, but
lazy kid stage.
You know, where you don't want to do nothing. You get out of school, I just want to go do what I got to do. And I don't want to do nothing. Summertime come around, I don't want to do nothing. She's in that phase of life, right? But the older she gets, I see that in her future. So learned behavior. Where did this behavior of his didn't come out of nowhere? It's learned behavior.
Mm-hmm. Or he could have heard his father saying certain things that because you are a Combs, these are things you have access
You're entitled to.
Yeah.
But that's still learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because your parent had to teach you that sense of entitlement.
Yes.
Your parent had to make you feel like you could do whatever it is you want to do in this world and ain't nobody going to say nothing about it. It's learned behavior. It's learned behavior. And at this point, this dude is in his 20s. His brother, I think he's like 2 or 3 years younger than his brother. Who allegedly might not be his brother, but he's a couple of years younger than Justin. I think 2 or 3 years younger than Justin. So if Justin is 30, then that means he would be 28, 27-ish.
Around there, yeah. Oh, I found out his middle name too, if you want to know it.
Oh, you did? Oh, what is it?
It's Casey. C-A-S-E-Y.
It's what?
Casey. C-A-S-E-Y.
Casey? Yep. Okay, at least it wasn't a brand. At least it wasn't a brand. But this is learned behavior. Even if your father just insinuated that you could just do whatever you wanted to do, there's still learned behavior. You still had to learn that from your parent, that was okay for you to be out here. Not. I don't think his mother taught him that behavior.
Of course not.
I don't think that was behavior that she, trickled down to her children. I feel like that behavior was learned behavior if he did it. Because we don't know if he did it. These are just court cases that are coming up, civil lawsuits. But if he did it, then where would he get the idea that it was okay for him to behave in that manner? Saying, if we don't know if Diddy did any of these things, but Homeland Security don't show up to your house every day.
No, no, you got to be into some type of mess for them to come, not knocking at your door, but opening your door and say, "Hey, y'all need to come outside real quick."
And they ain't even they open gates, doors. They flew a drone in that bad boy. Did you see the drone in there? I thought I was tripping when I saw it, right?
I didn't see the drone, but I knew that the way they had them aerial pictures, it came from somewhere.
Well, now that the drone was inside the house. Now that Misa is, because that's her son. Her son was in there. And I guess she grabbing Christian too as her son because Kim is no longer here. But as they were showed, they got other footage that's been surfacing around and stuff. And this one where they coming in and they had already gotten Christian out. Now they trying to see who else is in the house, and they got a drone that is flying inside of the house.
Wow.
And this is when you see him, Justin, come out with his hand, like with his hands behind his head or whatever. But they had a drone, and they had the drone in the sky. We saw that part, but it was a drone in that house too. So it was crazy. It's crazy. So
big business, big bad business for the big bad boys.
The Diddler crew. So last we left off in this case right here that we're covering right now, though, we were talking about where the hell is G, because we still want to know where he is. What I've heard is that he is alive.
That's good to
and
hear.
He is willing to testify if summoned to court. This is what I heard. I don't know how truthful this is, but this is what I heard. That he's alive and kicking, and that if called to court, he is willing to testify against his accusers.
Oh, that's very interesting then, because if this gentleman is aware and can tell his side of the story that happened to him, that'll give a lot of clarity on, did you inside the fence, outside the fence, were you walking down the street, did it occur in the bathroom? Who really, who as in the words of Biggie, who shot you?
Who shot you? All right, now we've already covered Mr. Jones and his harassment and assault part of this case, but we had to go back. The reason why we had to go back, because the case was amended, which means, again, to correct or, all of that good stuff. If it's missing information, you go back, you put it in, and then you have to get it approved by the court. And so obviously the court was like, all right, we'll take the amendment. And that's been an argument between the legal teams thus far. It's like, okay, he keep putting stuff in there, yeah, because y'all keep playing with his top. And so the more people say, I feel like the more people say, the more he feels like he has to add to the case. Oh, you don't believe this? Well, let me add this so you can know it's real. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel like is happening. We've already talked about Mr. Combs' apparent grooming him and the whole Stevie J situation. We talked about Thanksgiving, where the cousin was trying to make a move on him, and he did not want that to happen. That was Thanksgiving of 2023, I want to say. He also showed pictures. We showed the pictures. I didn't know if that was a woman. He showed pictures of him waking up in the bed with a with a worker. Yes. I gotta correct myself. And the whole entanglement, and he said that they slipped him a Mickey. That's what he said. Well, it wasn't really a Mickey. It was that pink narcotic. He said they slipped him, but same difference. It's gonna have you out of your mind. Yes. Hold on.
I'm still thinking about when you said that you remember times when they're like, no, y'all drink out of these bottles, the ladies drink out of those bottles.
Yeah,
That
it was
really
said
tripped me out.
in certain different situations. And the crazy part about that is it was said by different people. It wasn't all said by the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, Mark Curry said something about it. I believe Jane Dill said something about it. And it was like one other person, I believe, said something about it. But they always said that they knew that they wasn't supposed to drink from these bottles because they was for the ladies. And these bottles, they could because those were the bottles that was cool for them to take part in because they had that pink narcotic in them.
Look, they was partying hard.
That's hard. And the comparison, I'm going to just do a quick comparison to what was put in Christian's case compared to what is in Diddy's case. The girl said that she watched some of the ladies that were aboard the yacht take a sip, take a little drink, and then next thing you know, they were passing out or delirious like crazy. You feel me? And he made her take a drink of some of it, but wouldn't drink it himself.
That's wild. That is that's suspicious as hell.
Like, why I gotta drink it? Why you can't drink it? Like, she kept telling him to drink it first. And he was like, and she was like, I drink some if you drink some. And he was like, just drink it. Like trying to force it on her to drink it. And eventually he did. But this comparisons of what's being said, that take it to the next level. You feel me? So now we are into Mr. Jones has personally witnessed Mr. Combs and J.D. Combs. I'm going to give him some initials. I ain't going to keep saying his name like that. Solicit. Administer and engage in illicit acts.
Yes.
So I was trying to figure out how I was going to say that. Y'all, you know how I gotta try to switch it up a little bit. But so this is what he's saying he witnessed. Now he said on or about July the 2nd, 2023, Mr. Combs held a listening party at his home in California. According to Mr. Jones, present at this party were R&B artists, redacted. You know, I love when a good redaction comes into play because they're going to put it somewhere in here, and I'm hoping they did. But the person is an R&B artist, redacted, maybe, because they might have paid, like, I don't want my name in this. Jay Combs, the worker, and some underage girls. Okay. According to Mr. Jones, the event began at 7 p.m. Dang, that was early. I didn't expect it to start that early. Mr. Combs requested female workers and required Mr. Jones to solicit them. An hour later, several workers appeared. According to Mr. Jones, in addition to the workers, there were at least 5 women in the crowd who were under the age of 16. They weren't women then, they were girls.
Yeah.
According to Mr. Jones, Combs forced all of the women to drink lace Diddler liquor. Sound like a pattern to me. Yeah. Upon information believed, Mr. Combs laced the liquor with e-pills. I don't know how else to say.
He laced it with his triple stack blue dolphins. He laced it with all that.
He had them stacks up in the bottles. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah.
All right. According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs did not check the identification of any of these underage girls. Most men don't be like, let me see your ID. Like, that don't even, that trips me out because in the age and the world that we live in, young ladies a lot of times be looking a lot older than what they are. And I have yet, even since I was a teen, had a dude say, let me see your ID. And I personally, and not to say it was right, but I dated older guys. I was like 16, 17, dating somebody in their 20s. You feel me? And not once was none of them going to ask me to see my ID.
Okay. I mean,
but you probably should. From now on, y'all see what's going on. So from now on, y'all, I feel sorry for men because y'all get trapped in some stuff sometimes, and it's just not fair. So from now on, this is unwarranted advice, but I'm gonna give it anyway. From now on, when you talking to this chick, you need to see some identification.
Check the ID.
Yeah. So that way you just stay out of trouble. But they saying he didn't check the IDs of anybody. Of course he didn't. It's Diddy. Why would he be like, let me see your ID? Let me see your ID. Diddy not doing that. According to Mr. Jones, the presence of these underage women made him very uncomfortable and he attempted to leave. And Mr. Combs forced him to stay. But I thought he was staying with him. So where he was going to go?
To the bathroom.
Apparently.
His little closet in the bathroom where he was designated to put his equipment.
Listen. Where was he? Okay. According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs went so far as to take Mr. Jones' car keys to prevent him from leaving. He said, give me them keys. That's my car anyway. After being forced to drink laced shots, Mr. Jones began feeling lightheaded and recalls passing out and waking up at 4 a.m. the following morning, unclothed, with a worker sleeping next to him. So what happened?
I'm sorry. There's no way a puppy is going to force me to stay. Then take it. Well, if I'm driving his car, he could take. Wait, what?
But we don't even. He said that was his car, so we don't even know if that was Diddy's car. So how you going to let another man tell you to give me your keys?
Yeah. And then force you to drink what you apparently kind of know is laced Deleon shots. I'm sorry. Look, that's tonight I'm sober as hell because I'm like, ain't nothing happening. And that's on the requirement that for whatever reason, the Diddler was going to stay in the house.
I'm toasting on a good foot. I'm toasting because water. I got water because you can't trust these. You can't trust these people out here these days. You got to give me some water. I don't even know if I would trust the water in his house.
For real. Talk about, hey, that's that special water.
I'll be looking at my water like, what's this? What's this on the bottom?
Seriously.
All right, so this is the part I'm excited to get to because we've been talking about this for a minute, and this is the portion where Cuban Gooding Jr. comes in to play. So we're going to get into this section. They donated a whole section to him. So I think, and I feel...
Because line number 126 has a key word in that line, and I'm like, that's why it's in here.
Listen, I feel like this is the time. The time is now. Now we get into the Cuban Gooding Jr. situation. So Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs was grooming him to pass him off to his friends. Whoa. Whoa, yes. Whoa, whoa.
It ain't no
he
fun.
Was treating him like a whole trick. He was treating him like a whole worker. But the fear became reality. Huh?
I said, no, you could have, but they prefer Mr. Jones, though.
Listen, I can't. The fear became a reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuban Gooding Jr. while they were on Mr. Combs' yacht. That daggone yacht, man. That daggone yacht.
That line right there, the fear became reality. That's
when, like, it was like some kind of movie. The fear became reality when,
yes,
like I could see it scrolling. I don't know, but
the if fear. You think about it this way, that was kind of funny though, because that means he already had a fear,
right,
of this happening to him. But then
And now it's a reality. It's a reality. According to Mr. Jones, during the introduction, Mr. Combs suggested that Cuba get to know Mr. Jones better. Oh my gosh. He then left them alone in a makeshift studio on the yacht. This is probably the same damn yacht from Christian Case. Because it's a studio in there. But and then they also included a picture of Mr. Combs talking to Mr. Gooding Jr. As evidenced by a video in which screenshots were embedded below, Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching and groping and fondling Mr. Jones' leg, his upper inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks, and his shoulders. This was getting real intimate right about now.
Allegedly, Mr. Gooding Jr. is very handsy. Very handsy.
Yeah, because he was touchy-feely, hands all over the place. According to Mr. Jones, he was extremely uncomfortable, I bet, and proceeded to lean away from Mr. Goodings Jr. I bet you were uncomfortable. I would have been uncomfortable, and I'm a girl.
I'm uncomfortable reading this.
I'm a woman, and I would be uncomfortable. Like, oh, pump your brakes, nigga.
Pump your brakes, nigga.
Pump your brakes, nigga.
I want to point out something interesting too. Is it me, or does he always have red mood light settings on?
Yeah, what's that about? It's the red light special.
But look, for real.
It's the red light special.
All these pictures, they have a red mood light going on. It is weird.
Exactly. Like, what is going on? So, listen, he said he rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. Because you got to tell him no. That's what Cat Williams said. You got to tell him no. The following is a screenshot of the encounter with Cuba Gooding Jr. Of course, it's in the red light district. It's in the red light district.
Red light district, and you could technically probably show this on screen, but the position that Mr. Gooding Jr. is in is a very awkward position to be in with another man if you are heterosexual. So
I mean, he got his arm all around him, like
he's cradling him
in his face,
dead in his face,
like right here in his face. The dude looked like he just trying to make a beat, and Q came over there like, "Hey."
Mr. Jones was trying to make a beat. Mr. Jones was trying to make a beat, and Mr. Gooding was trying to beat.
Right. He just turning his face around like, "Look at me. I'm talking to you. Come here. I know you're trying to make a beat, but you could do that later. Come here." You know what I'm saying? Type of situation. That's what it looked like. Now, I'm not going to get into this Love album because I feel like that's really neither here nor there for what we're here for. What we do know is Mr. Jones was there to help produce the Love album. He's saying he never got paid. Well, he got paid a little bit, like maybe 15% of what he was supposed to be paid. Maybe that, if that, of what he was supposed to be paid. And I feel like a part of him out in Diddy for real is that part. But I'm here for the salaciousness. I'm not here for the Love album. I never even heard the Love album, to be honest with you. It was not something that I was like, oh, yay, Puffy got a new album, and I was going to partake. It was not that kind of party. I don't even think I got a Puffy album. And that one he made after Big Pass, it was all right. It had some joints on there, but I think it's because the Locks was on there, and he had all these different artists on there. That's what made that a decent album. But I'm not one like, oh, I gotta go get the Puffy album. All right, so Mr. Combs used his power and influence to threaten and intimidate Mr. Jones, according to Mr. Jones. Mr. Combs is very forceful and demanding. According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs does not take the answer no for an answer, which that I believe. Would often threaten to inflict bodily harm on Mr. Jones if Mr. Jones did not comply to his demands. Jeez, Puffy. As detailed above, Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones' face.
I'm like, all right, Hannibal Lecter.
It gotta be them party favors. It gotta be. He wanted to turn into a zombie, a whole zombie. I'm gonna eat your face. Like I'm gonna eat your. He turned into a zombie. You know, this is the zombie apocalypse. According to Mr. Jones, on another occasion, while standing in Mr. Combs' bedroom, Mr. Jones was forced to watch Mr. Combs display his blickies and bragged about getting away with hitting people up.
Yeah, he bragged about it.
Like, what you saying?
I said, yeah, he's bragging about it. Look at my artillery. Look at my artillery. I can get off with getting these things off here.
He was like, "You talking to me? You can't be talking to me." One of my favorite movies, by the way, but another day. According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for hitting for the situation, the little pow pow situation in a nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine, which is so horrendous that if he said this, he let that man take the fall for his actions. And the lady who got hit in the face said that she would gladly let them take some of the fragments out of her face to prove that he was the one that hit her.
Okay, that's deep.
Yeah, she been on a press run lately, and she is not playing. She like, you could take the fragments out of me if it's going to prove that he did it. That's how she feels right now. According to Mr. Jones, he shared that that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the firearm into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into the altercation with another individual. Now, according to a civil complaint filed by Cassie Ventura during their decade-long relationship, Mr. Combs demanded that Miss Ventura carry his firearms in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is. She don't strike me as a ride or die like that, so I bet it did scare the crap out of her. Now, I've been around a few places. I've held a few, done it. I probably still want to carry it. Like, nigga, why you can't carry it? I got questions. I got questions.
Are you ride or die or no? Look, just put it in your purse and walk. Look, they ain't gonna.
No, I don't want to do that. Why should I put this in my Chanel? Why?
Look, because you love me, right?
Why am I putting this in my Birkin? Why am I doing this? Because you talking about people with big money. Why do I gotta do this? No,
I'm not the Diddler, ma'am. Do you know I'm the Diddler? You better do what I say.
Listen, sir.
No
well, fuck it. I ain't gonna be around. Fuck you and this piece that you try to make me hold, because you try to make me take the fall. You see what you did to Shine? Just see these.
And basically, too, you think about this, that's what J-Lo did. After that, she said she's out of there.
I'm out, right? Because why I got to ruin what I got going on for you? Why? I'm trying to build something. We supposed to be trying to build together. A person that's trying to build with me ain't going to be trying to have me going to prison. Independent, and they was in New York, J-Lo, Shine, and Diddy at the time that happened. So it was an easy 5 off the rip.
Yeah.
You go and do that time. And then
let's go
if they like how they are here in Baltimore, they're going to charge you for each bullet. Fuck you, Puffy. I don't got no balls, but you can suck them. Trying to make me go to prison so you could stay free, get money. You going to forget all about me. You ain't even going to put no money on my books. I want top ramen while I'm in prison. You know what I'm saying? But according to Mr. Jones, as was the case with Jennifer Lopez and Miss Ventura, Mr. Combs required Brendan Paul. Remember Brendan Paul? That's the mule that got locked up
Oh, the
when they
white dude.
raided his house. His house is. That's the young man that got locked up. Another fun fact. I forgot was it Syracuse? I don't know what school he went to, but he used to play basketball too. I don't know how he got intertwined into this Diddy situation, but that's the young man that got arrested for having pink narcotic. So that name is very prevalent to this case. But required Brendan Paul and Mr. Jones to carry his firearms on their persons whenever they got out. And whenever they went out, they had to carry his blickies. I believe it, because Brendan was carrying the pink narcotic for him.
Mule,
right. One of these occasions, Mr. Jones was required to carry Mr. Combs' firearm was when Mr. Combs recorded himself coaching Mr. Jones on how to solicit the workers. So while I gotta get the workers and I gotta carry it. You asking for too much. You asking for too much.
You gotta carry the firearm, get the workers.
I got to carry your narcotic. I got to carry your firearms, and I got to go get the workers. You asking for a bit much, sir.
And you forget he got to get passed off too. Passed off to his
and
friend.
then I got to get passed off to Cuban Gooding Jr. You are asking too much, sir. You're asking too much from me. I ain't got it to give. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Sorry. I ain't got it. You asking way too much. You just want a lot. Just want it all. So yeah, that's what he made him first. Like that's the one time he could remember that he had to hold the blicky for Diddy. According to Mr. Jones, the shooting in the Chalice recording studio confirmed Mr. Combs' statement. Oh, child. Yeah, if he could get away with that, he could get away. Cause how? Based on information and belief, the statement reinforced that Mr. Jones' fear of Mr. Combs and strengthened Mr. Combs' dominion and control over Mr. Jones. That was so powerful. That was a powerful statement. His dominion, not control. Yes. Not control, because words are strong and powerful. Not control, his dominion over him, even though they basically mean the same thing, but dominion's a little bit more powerful. Stronger word.
That word hit right into that dominion. Wait, he controls dominion. You're part of his kingdom of life?
His dominion. Words are powerful. Mr. Jones was terrified of Mr. Combs. I bet, because he had dominion over you. He felt like he could not tell him no. I'm going to tell you why I believe that part. Wait a minute, let me just finish these last couple of sentences. And then, according to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs consistently made it clear that he has immense power in the music industry and with law enforcement. According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs made it clear that his head of security, Fahim Muhammad, Mr. Muhammad, who, by the way, was also head of Michael Jackson's security when he died.
Interesting. Didn't know that. Fun fact.
He was the head of his security when he died. When he died he was the head of his security. Had the power to make people and problems disappear. And that is crazy that I just put that in there, the Michael Jackson part, because he said he can make people and problems finito.
They know snap.
That's what he said. Why I believe that Diddy, we've seen Diddy making the band when he made them walk to get the cheesecake from Junior's, which Junior's has some excellent cheesecake, by the way, but that's not the point. That's neither here nor there. But when he made them do that, like they had to walk all the way to Brooklyn. They couldn't even go to the one in Harlem. It's one in Harlem. They had to go all the way to Brooklyn to get a piece of cheesecake
Wow.
from Junior's. And it's one in Harlem, and they were in Manhattan. So it would have just been like, all right, go to Junior's on 125th Street and get me a piece of cheesecake. No, you got to walk the bridge and go all the way from Manhattan to Brooklyn to Junior's to get me one slice of cheesecake. That's when I knew right then, like, oh no, you can't tell him no about nothing. You see how he was acting towards them when they was rebelling against the idea of walking to Brooklyn? Well, either you want it or you don't want it. You know, like he was.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do a walk that way. Like he was. I believe it. I believe it. And I think with him, unfortunately, it comes at a detriment to him in this situation because you showed that on TV. Sir, we saw that. We saw you get into it with a chick, your choreographer, with Michael Bivins on live television. You know what I mean? Like, we saw that. Were you going to tell us our eyes are lying to us? We saw that. It's clips on the YouTube right now. We saw that. You can't erase that. But let me get to these last couple of things and then we'll talk some more. So according to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs instructed his staff to always contact Mr. Muhammad if the police in Miami or California pull them over. He got some real clout if he can stop in Miami and in California. That's some real.
Yeah,
Notice they ain't had the power in New York, though. You notice he ain't had the power in New York, though. It was only in Miami and California. Upon information and belief, Mr. Muhammad spoke with the LAPD after G got hit at the Chalice recording studios. The LAPD was in the studio and witnessed the blood in the restroom, and they went with the bogus claim that the shooting of G occurred outside the studio. So they went in there, they looked at it, and was like, oh yeah, it happened outside.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was outside. It didn't happen in here. This was all thanks to Mr. Muhammad's connection with law enforcement. Mr. Jones had no reason to believe that Mr. Combs, as he had seen firsthand through the shooting of G and the subsequent silence of the LAPD and the media, that Mr. Combs indeed had power to harm him. I would believe he got power to harm me. If he can make that go away, why would you not believe that this man could bring harm to you?
And remember, apparently, he assisted in the blowing up of a rapper's car. So
poor little Cuddy. Poor little Cuddy. And then that's crazy because we didn't even hear about that until years later. Like when Cassie came out with her lawsuit, like nobody heard about Kid Cudi's whole car blew up in front of his house, and nobody going to talk about it.
That is crazy.
Nobody. Until now that she files her lawsuit, and they're like, all right, yeah, and Kid Cudi people, yeah, that happened. But what? It just casually, yeah, that happened. That happened.
That is crazy. Could you imagine getting into an argument with like your significant other and then the person that you with them like, yeah, that's why I blew that nigga car up.
You know what I'm saying? So the LAPD spent hours at the recording studio after the shooting, yet there was no arrest. Mr. Jones witnessed the LAPD in the restroom pictured above, yet no arrests were made. The morning after the shooting, Mr. Jones and several others arrived at the studio, and G's blood was still on the floor in the restroom. Mr. Combs hired a cleaning crew to clean it up. Why did he hire people to come clean it up? Was that guilt? Or you was trying to cover it up for your son? Which one of y'all did it? Because one of y'all did it. In my mind, I mean, allegedly, I don't know, I wasn't there, but one of y'all did it. One of y'all. So we're going to stop it right there because we are very close to our other stuff we got to get down with. But one of them did it, Doc.
Yes.
Who did it? I don't know. But one of them.
In the bathroom, and I very seriously doubt that Mr. G shot himself twice.
I doubt that highly. He was just like, you know what? I'm going to shoot myself in the torso And then
And then
that don't
they
make
walk
sense.
away.
Then the police come in there and see the blood on the floor. Yep, he got shot outside. Like, what is this?
If I was
What
Mr.
is
Jones,
this?
if I'm Mr. Jones, like, man, there's blood on my equipment. They'd be like, why is your equipment in the bathroom?
Then Diddy all hiring cleaning crews. They got insurance. You feel me? He hiring cleaning crews. Why? Because he knows some evidence in that mother. I'm trying to tell you. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to tell you. But the more we get into this case and what I read from the other case sounds a lot alike. Sounds a lot alike. And in that case, in the other case with the son, Christian, there's audio. It's been heard. That's why I was able to be brought forward as a case. There's audio. Out of a safe don't. Oh God, yeah. I was trying to hold it in. It was hard, though. It was hard living, Doc. I'm trying to tell you because sometimes I just want to say, "Shit, Diddy, what the fuck are you thinking?" But I can't say that at a certain point in time of the show because I'm getting in trouble. But yeah, what the hell were you thinking, sir? But it's a lot, and the fact that you hired like, the more we get into this case, the more I'm like, all right, because that whole thing with G being shot outside, even though the cops was like, yeah, well, he was shot outside, even though it's bloody as hell bathroom in here. We seen the pictures, we know what it looked like, but they just, okay, yeah, he was shot outside. Then it went from him being shot in front of the studio to a block or two away. And then, like you said last week, why would you take him from outside, move him? He bleeding profusely. Mm-hmm. You don't get shot in your torso and your legs or your thighs or whatever the hell, because that's been lied. We've been lied to about where he got shot at too.
Yes.
You thinking you moving, and anybody with common sense knows if somebody is injured to that capacity, you don't move them. You're endangering them. They could die.
Yeah.
So let's say he got shot outside. Why would you then pick him up, take him into the studio through the mouse maze of a studio? Past security 1, check 1, security check 2, the receptionist, through the maze and to the bathroom. That makes no sense. It doesn't make sense to me. And the more we get into it, the more I'll be like, yeah, that's not looking too hot. It's not looking too hot. Now, I don't know if Diddy is going to be arrested for anything, but I will say that these allegations have done a number on his career and his legacy and his businesses.
Yes.
He will never be looked at the same.
Really will be able to, unless everything comes out and he is completely in the clear going forward, I think it would be hard for somebody to go into business with him. It may have to be like a shell companies or something where he doesn't necessarily be the face of whatever it is. It's just
gotta be a silent partner, silent ass partner, because nobody is gonna want to. I'm telling you this right now, from a business standpoint. I'm not about to include Diddy in anything I got going on where his name is visual to tarnish my brand. Because it's bigger than just having it's a brand. I'm building a brand. Why would I bring in that liability? I would not. He's a liability at this point. Because even if he doesn't get criminally convicted, even if he wins most of these settlement suits that he got going on, which is going to take a lot of money because now he got to pay a lot of lawyers, right? Just the idea of this is what you went, this is what happened, this is what they said about you, kills any big business for him anyway. It kills, and then you already had the situation with DeLeon, you feel me? And the people who make Ciroc and DeLeon, you feel me? You've already sued them. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. And now your kids is brought into it. So I don't think that it's going to be looking the way he think it's going to be looking after it's all said and done. He dancing on piers in Miami. He better figure out something because ugly out here. But anyway, we gotta get to these love notes real quick. I gotta show love to my peoples. Big shout out to anybody who's watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. We appreciate you. Big shout out to my mother-in-law, who's not really my mother-in-law. I'm just gonna love her for life, forever. Nobody can ever, 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 ever tell me not to love her. Hi, Miss Rebecca. I'll say this. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I want to say that, and with the most sincere love. But these people right here, I'm about to show love to. This is why we call it the love notes. They don't know what I look like. They download this podcast, and might I add, we are over our 11,000 mark and making it to 12, baby. We working. But these people come through and they listen and they pay attention to what I got going on. And then when I upload a new one, they right there to download with that one too. So I appreciate them so much. So love notes. How do we start calling it love notes? Well, I used to call it love. Doc used to call it show notes. He also said I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook, and he not in here right now. So it's cool because I ain't going to get no composition notebooks at the bottom. But they were not. It was just a lot of paper. Oh, damn it. He came back. I might.
I heard about composition notebooks, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna send the notebooks. I ain't gonna send the notebooks. You good?
I was already almost past that part. Anyway, but I just had a lot of papers. It had cities, states, and countries on it. We condensed it down to see, really. We condensed it down to just the countries now because the list is getting longer. It's too many states, too many cities for me to try to shout y'all all out like that. So now we just base it on the countries. And then Doc and I came to the compromise, like, all right, we're going to call it love notes. And here we are. Now they call it love notes. So I want to get to the love, show everybody some love that comes and downloads this podcast because they do. They show me love and I appreciate them for that. So thanks for all the love. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to my top 6, the United States, the United Kingdom, India, France, Canada, and Belgium, specifically Paris, specifically Brussels. Hi, honeys. I appreciate you guys so much. Oh, the love, the love, the love. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, babies. I love you. Thank you so much for the love, man. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, China, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, the Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, boos. I love you too. Hi, babies. And last but not least, Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, and Lithuania. Hi, babies. I love you as well. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. You don't have to, but you do, and I appreciate you so much for it. And listen, Germany not playing with y'all, Canada. They said they coming back for their spot. That's what I heard. That's what I saw in the numbers. They not playing. They said, y'all had it for a little bit, but we coming back. So y'all know what to do, Canada. Yeah, y'all know what to do, Canada. Y'all know what to do. They not playing with y'all. They said, oh, they knocked us off the top. Oh, wait a minute. So Doc said we worldwide be careful with what you drink at at a Diddler party. Even your water, you gotta question. You gotta look at the bottom of the bottle and you gotta be like, what's this on the bottom of my water bottle? Like, what is this? Why is it particles? This is supposed to be an unopened bottle. Why is this at the bottom of my bottle? You gotta ask questions because apparently the Diddler has struck again. Top flight, catch the vibes, keep your hands to yourself, stop being handsy. I'm just saying, at least let it be a welcome gesture. Like, let me invite you to touch me. Don't just be touching me. And I'm crazy, so I don't be liking all that kind of stuff. I got weapons, a lot of them. And if I gotta go to jail just to keep you off of me, then so be it. I'm not playing with y'all Negroes out here acting a daggone plum fool. I sound like my grandmother right there, acting a plum fool. Like, time for that. Yeah, and you put your hands on the wrong person, you just might catch it. You might. Mr. Jones ain't with that life. He ain't about that life. He ain't know no better. Cassie wasn't about that life. She ain't know no better. I can't say Kim wasn't about that life. Listen, I can't say Kim wasn't about that life because I heard she from down there where you at. And I also heard that he tried her one time and she almost took out an artery of his. So apparently Kim was about that life. She said, listen, I'm tired of your shit, nigga. You know what I mean? Okay, Jane Dill said they had to go to the hospital behind that shit. So I'm just saying, apparently, I ain't going to say Kim wasn't about that life, but Cassie wasn't about that life. And apparently Mr. Jones wasn't either. I'm just saying.
Mr. Jones said fear became reality.
Who said fear became reality? I was scared that they was going to try to do this to me, and then it happened. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, he was afraid it was going to happen, and then it happened. Crazy. Anyway, as usual, y'all can always join the conversation. Drop a comment, call in. I'm not saying the number again because it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Or you can text. The number scrolling. You can ask me to drop a link. I might, if you're on your best behavior. I don't want to see your little dinka-winks, your little AKA diddlers. I don't want to see none of that. I don't want to see that. Like I said, you seen one, you seen them all. I don't want to see your Peter Weeder. So just keep that to yourself. Thank you very much. I had a kid. I obviously seen one before. I don't need to see all of them. Again, if you would like to contact us for any reason at all, contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Again, the email address is contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Know that when I play a video, I have permission to play it. I don't play videos that I don't have permission to play. Either I've asked them for permission to play it or they sent it to me, which is my permission to play it. So don't hit me up talking about play this, play that. I don't take requests. And on Fridays, when my DJ do his thug thizzle, when he get into it, I don't tell him what to play. He play what is in his spirit to play. He puts it in the mix and he makes us a bomb ass mix. So don't you even cross the threshold to even begin to ask for a request because you ain't getting it. Sorry. It's not how we get down over here. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, share, and subscription. We do. And note that our upcoming giveaways involve liking and sharing and subscribing. Well, three of them do. No, all four of them do. All of them do. Oh, no, the radio station doesn't. No, that doesn't. Actually, you got to just pay attention to what's going on in the radio station. But three of them do, so make sure you stay privy to what's going on because I'm giving away some merch, giving away some money, giving away a couple of things. Join our coffee community. One of our giveaways is concerning our coffee community. Join it. Got a chance to win. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. Again, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And if perhaps you want these court documents, then that's where you need to go to download them for free. It's free. Everything's free over there. But that's where you need to go to download them because that's where they at. That's where they at. I hate telling y'all this, but I'm going to say it. If you would like to donate to the show, you can donate on our website. You can also cash app us at $capital LURLUCIDITY. That is Lore Lucidity. Lore, like the word allure or lore. Bring them in. Lucidity. Clearly, lucid. Lucidity. That's what it means. I get tired of explaining that, so I'm explaining it so y'all already know. But capital LURLUCIDITY, Lore Lucidity. That's what it is. Big shout out. Big shout out to our DJ. Go DJ, because that's my DJ. Go DJ. DJ Rukazy. I guarantee you he's working on the mix as we speak. We got love for him, and we always want to show him love on this show because he holds it down. We get our mix. Every Friday, we got a mix. Can't nobody say nothing to that because we do. He don't let us down ever. And let us know how you feel about the mixes. I can't wait to hear this week's mixes. I know we got something in the works, but let us know how you feel about it so that I can convey the message. Or he might be in here himself watching, and you can tell him yourself. But let us know how you feel. Let us know how you feel. We need to know. Doc, honey, thank you. This was a funny one. I don't even know why it was so funny because it's a serious situation. But in reading some of the items within this document, it's kind of hard. And I'm a funny person. You're a funny person. So it's kind of hard not to crack jokes in reading those.
Yeah. I mean, you said before you have a dark sense of humor. I think I have a dark sense of humor, and I laugh because I'm like, whoa, his fear became reality. That's the part that stood out in this whole segment.
Yeah, because it was like a movie. It was like a movie. Like my mom watches a lot of foreign films, right? And sometimes when she can catch me, I get locked up in them, and it's like something I would have seen in the subtitles. My fear became my reality. It was like. And then Mr. Combs has domination over him. What the hell?
Yes, that is
domination, not control, but domination. Like these are some strong words.
Exactly. I mean, look, I feel kind of bad for Lil Ron now. First, I was fine. I'm like, man, you making a dumb decision. I'm like, dude, you was scared.
You let that man take your keys. You were scared.
Yeah. Did he gonna pass you off to his homie? Like, whoa.
And your fear became your reality because you always knew he was gonna try to pass you off eventually. That's what that statement means to me. Think about it. My fear became my reality. Why was that your fear? You knew he was trying to do that for a minute now.
Yeah.
Your fear became your reality. So how long did you know he was trying to pass you off?
That's the question too. Like, how long was it your fear? Was it day
because
one?
This was your fear, and then it became a reality. I'm just saying. But anyway. Doc, thank you for being here as usual, because his fear was his reality, and we don't know what's going on around here.
Thank you for having me.
Apparently, G is alive, though. We just don't know where he at, and apparently, allegedly, he is willing to testify. So this should get way interesting. I don't know where to go with this one because people's fear is reality, and then Puffy got dominion over him, and
don't drink daily on shots on the yacht.
And don't drink nothing out of Diddy house. Nothing out of his house, on his yacht, at any party, because they be bringing liquor with them. Just don't even drink the bottles of water. Bring your own bottle of water and keep it close to you. Don't ever sit it down. Keep it in your hand. Like, yeah, you got a top.
You got to collect your bottle of water.
Yeah, you got to be like, and then look at the bottom. Make sure you look at the bottom, because if it's particles floating around, then I mean they got you with the pink narcotic, and you don't want that. You don't want that. But let me say the thing. The gun is he's showing out tonight. Listen, mind your business. Except for if you see floating particles, then you should ask questions, because what is this and why is this floating in my bottle? But anyway, mind your business. Except for on Media Mondays, sometimes on the tap-ins I do tell people's business. Not that much though. I'm pretty good on a Tuesday, but on a Wednesday, you better not have a court case. You better not, because I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna pull it. Ask Doc. I'll be pulling court cases. I'm pretty good at it. And don't have a correction and need an amendment, because I'm gonna get that one too. But the point is this: mind your business. Mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business, except for when I tell it on those reserved days. Okay? Love your babies. Hug your babies. Encourage your babies. Do not say fuck them kids and run off on these babies because you started some shit and now everybody is in trouble. Okay? Tell your babies that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all times. They need that encouragement. It is your job as a parent to make them the best person that you can make well, not make them, but try to get them to be the best person that you can possibly get them to be. I think that's a better way to say it. It's your job, so don't be an idiot. Do your fucking job, idiot. If they want to work for NASA, I'm scared to look. I don't even want to look. Okay, because I was going to say I don't even want to look at the story.
I'll give you a break.
NASA already, dag nabbit. They want to work for. They want to work for NASA. Tell them to be the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, or whatever the hell else they do over there at NASA. I don't know. I've never worked there. I know that they do deal in space. That's what I do know. I seen some astronauts reporting on the eclipse the other day. It excited me a little bit, but just the idea. But if they want to work for NASCAR, then tell them to be the best NASCAR driver, pit boss, commentator, whatever the hell else they do over there in NASCAR. I don't know. Probably got engineers over there too. What I do know is they got a need for speed, and at one point in time, they love muscle cars, and I'll forever love muscle cars. So it's a match made in heaven. But I don't know what else the hell else they do over there in NASCAR. But the point is, whatever it is that they want to do, encourage them to be great. Encourage them, let them know you got this, baby. You could do this. You got this. You're the best person I know. I tell my baby she's a genius every day. She be like, Mom, but it's okay. You're my genius. So that's all that matters. She is she's an honor roll student, so I can call her a genius. But I got something to tell y'all, but let me get my mind right before I tell y'all, because I got to do it the right way. I have to. Which is stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, because you jump in my lane, baby. You're going to get her. You don't want her. You do not want her at all. She is mean, evil, sometimes outright bitchy. You don't want her. You don't want her. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly, and all that good stuff. Here she is. Or at least her. Hey, you big purr. Hey, you big purr. Because if Cat is purring, Cat is a happy girl. Hey, you big purr. I am. But usually what happens when you jump into somebody else's lane is a collision, and who the fuck needs that? Nobody. Nobody needs that. I don't need that for me. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for we. So just stay in your lane and everything's cool. Everything's copacetic. Just stay over there. Don't jump in my lane. It's going to be a problem. Worry about the war. Don't worry about the bullshit as battles. Not every battle is a battle to be fought. Sometimes you got to be a J. Cole and wave your white flag. Sometimes you just got to realize that I could lose this battle, but I could live to fight the war. I could live another day to fight the war. Fuck it. Fuck this battle. Let me go get my artillery back up. You feel me? Rally the troops again, and let's get back out there. But sometimes people don't even get it. They don't get it. And Mobb Deep been telling y'all that there's a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. You also said, I'm not going to do the song, but I want to. Y'all know I always want to. But they was two very smart young men when they told y'all that. And I feel like you should never forget that message, because it always rings true. There is a war going on outside and that no man is safe from. So if you're worried about the bullshit battles, you can't focus on the war. I'm just saying. Be who you are. Be who you are. Be exactly who you are meant to be, who you are ordained to be. Don't let nobody come in and try to tell you what you should be, how you should do, what you should be doing, Nah. If it don't make sense, don't listen to them. I'm a logical person. If you tell me something and it makes sense to me, I'm going to listen. But if it doesn't make sense to me, I'm not listening, fool. A fool can't guide intelligence. They're a fool. Like, what the fuck? All right. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Just be who you are. Lizzo, listen. She be listening. She understood the assignment. Fuck these people. Just be who the hell you want to be. If you want to go twerk your fat ass, then go twerk your fat ass. And bitch, be the best twerker on the planet. Don't you let them tell you you can't be out here twerking your butt cheeks. That's what you want to do it. Fuck it. Fuck. Anyway, Doc, I'm sorry. I was on.
Yes. I'm tripping over if you want to twerk your fat ass.
You want to twerk your fat ass and twerk that motherfucker. Fuck them people. Anyway, Doc, thank you for another amusing, entertaining night.
Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm always glad when I'm here.
We haven't completely found G, but we know he's alive and ready. He locked and loaded. He ready. So thank you for another entertaining evening. Stay out of trouble, sir. Don't be out here Brazilian man and these motherfuckers. You know they crazy.
Woman these people either.
And don't be going to no Diddy parties and drinking nothing, because
nah.
Apparently he don't give a shit. So with that being said, we gotta be out of here. I love y'all. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. Good night. Bye.